Welcome to Sleepy Hollow. Wondering what you can, are there any other lost cast members that are going to make an appearance during? The smoke monster, everybody, the smoke monster. All right. Tell us what you can tell us about Malcolm. He's a tech entrepreneur. He's human, which, as far as we know, he's human, which makes him different from most of the other big bads we've seen.
Yes, that's very well said. Yeah, he's more polymorphously monstrous than any creature individual out there because, as you said so well, he is a man. He, in broad strokes, could be defined as someone who is kind of egregiously genius, someone who is very used to being the smartest guy in the room, but like almost from the moment he was born, he was the smartest guy in the room, in the delivery room even. And you could say he's one part Steve Jobs in a dialectical sense, you know, his light side and his dark side, and perhaps even the dark side of Steve Jobs that he never gave into, never saw in his lifetime. Also, part Lex Luthor, perhaps? Perhaps a dash of Hannibal? Perhaps? Not to get too spoilery.
Not that kind of dash.
Yeah, but in general, he's like your, you know, you pick your favorites, rapidly.
I smell the musk of Elon.
Well said.
That was too funny. I'm really embarrassed. I just want to take it back.
That was dangerously funny from a dangerously gifted individual. In general, like pick your favorites. Rapidly diabolical and amoral corporate officer, corporate chief of the corporatocracy. So, if that makes sense. One other key distinction this season, if I can say, is that in past seasons the villains have been quite formidable but ultimately defeated, and this season there's a chance, if I'm not going to get shot, so you get snipers on my right on that, he may very well win. Yeah, I'm just a hired gun, so.
Well, not win in the traditional sense, probably in the Sleepy Hollow sense.
Sleepy Hollow sense.
Gives us a new color to play.
So for Tom and Lindy, do Ichabod and Jenny maybe underestimate him a little bit because he is human and they've dealt with demons and gods and horsemen?
Well, yeah, I love that Jeremy said that his character is the smartest guy in the room, because Crane always thought that he was the smartest guy in the room. And that's why I think they're perfect foes. Lindy actually, earlier, I'd never heard it before, referred to him as Antibod, which I rather like. And so it means that when there are our scenes together, they face off intellectually, and they try and twist and play with each other, which we've never seen Ichabod really do before.
And then Diana just goes like this.
Exactly. So that's, I mean, that's something we occasionally have seen Ichabod do in the flashbacks, but not so much in the present day, which I think makes for an endlessly entertaining villain-hero face-off.
Speaking of the flashbacks, we're still gonna see flashbacks? Yes? No? Maybe? Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but actually this year we're doing some interesting stuff with our twistery. We're going to be opening up our twistery to other areas of history. I think you might have seen in that teaser, Abraham Lincoln's name got mentioned, and there's some other places in history we'll be traveling this year. So it's kind of a little bit different, but still a lot of sort of same fun we like to do. What you thought was history wasn't true. There are demons and monsters way back when.
Yeah, a chance to historically fill in some of the gaps that Crane missed out on because he was asleep for 250 years.
You saw a little bit in that clip there. There's a great character we're really excited about. His name is Benjamin Banneker, who was a real-life figure. He's an amazing person. In real life, he lived during the Revolutionary War. He was a freed black man. He was an incredibly accomplished engineer and astronomer, and he had a lot to do with the design and layout of the city of Washington, D.C. And he should be far more famous than he is. So we're really excited to bring him into the storylines this year and show him in flashback and show how Crane knew him. It gives us a new perspective on how to see the American Revolution.
It's such a treat to have a man who, and I'm sure the writers would agree, a man who was part of the group that founded this country, to look at it now and kind of say how close and how far it is from what was what they envisioned. And I imagine he'd watch tonight at 9 o'clock. Absolute horror to his very core. And so any opportunity to do the rant, and yes, I think we can all have a rant tonight.